Good afternoon, YouTube world. I'm your host, Paul Italia. If you haven't already, please make sure to click that subscribe button. Hey guys, I just want to shout out my sponsors first off. Vitacell Biologics. You guys need that stem cell therapy. Check out the description. I'll put the link in there. Also, if you guys, hey guys, somebody's got feedback on there. It's repeating. If you can just shut off your Chance or Mikey.
Music or what are you hearing?
It's echoing. There's an echo. I think Chance just got it. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, and guys, if you need any high quality arm wrestling handles, get over to gripzilla.com, put in the code Paul10, receive 10% off. With that being said, I'd like to introduce today's special guest. We got Mikey Oliva and Chance Shaw in the house, and they have just made a big move and they have just bought out the Florida Arm Wrestling League and got some major plans. So we're gonna find all about that and dig all into that. So welcome, boys. How you guys doing today?
Doing great, man. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks for having us on, Paul.
So I want to first start off, man. So how did this all come about? Because I know before Brandon Morris was in charge of the FAL. I think you were working with him, Chance. But now it seems like you and Mikey have taken the reins, man. So how did that all come about?
Yeah, so long story short, more or less, me and Brandon started the FAL together this year. At one point, Brandon and I agreed that Brandon would just run it. He kind of bought me out. A few months pass by. Me and Brandon are talking. I'm thinking about it, and I make him an offer to take back FAL. Then I'm talking with Mikey. Mikey says, "What do you think about working together?" Or I say, "What do you think about working together?" To Mikey, more or less. And yeah, so here we are. So now it's me, Mikey, Sarah, and my dad kind of running the show, which I'm really excited about.
Wow, very, very cool. So, Mikey, kind of give us a background, man. What's your plans? You getting into arm wrestling yourself? I know you've always been a promoter and helping out the sport grow, but are you actually jumping in now? We're going to get that arm down on the pad?
Oh, absolutely. So I dabbled in the sport a little bit. For the most part, I kind of let my wife do her thing, let her take the spotlight behind the scenes. I do a little training with her. Things progress. Eventually, you get to a point where you want to start competing. I did my first amateur comp a few months back. I did really good at that. I'm at the point now where I can actually practice without it taking me out for weeks on end. So I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Also, like you said, I've been promoting for a while. I did bodybuilding, strongman, powerlifting events. So I'm very familiar with promoting events. It was just kind of a natural thing now that arm wrestling is going to be the next thing. Between Chance's experience in arm wrestling, my experience in promoting and business, I run a couple of gyms, a clothing line, supplement line. I think this is a match made in heaven. Me and Chance are going to do some really big things with this league.
Well, I'm really excited. It looks amazing. Also, with you having these huge pro gyms, I'm sure you guys are going to be using those as venues and all. I know we had a couple of tournaments over there. Always a lot of fun at your gyms and all. So excited about that. Is there anything going to be changing with the FAL? I know they have their set schedule for the rest of the year. Are we keeping the same dates? And then what's the plans for 2024?
So as far as this year goes, we got the opportunity to do the Mr. Olympia November 4th. So that event originally was going to be November 11th. It was going to be in DeLand. That got moved to now November 4th at the Mr. Olympia. Having an event at an expo like Olympia is too big of an opportunity to pass up on. So James Reed and Bill Collins were going to be running that. Bill Collins, unfortunately, he's going through some personal things, some surgeries, so he's not able to make it. So James Reed came to me and said, "Hey, Chance, what do you think of us running it together?" So now that is officially an FAL promotion. And then, of course, we still have the December 9th finals as well.
Wow, very nice, man. The Olympia, that is huge. First of all, I got to ask, man, usually they do the Olympia in Vegas. So how come they're doing a venue switch this year?
I have no idea as far as that goes. I know in 2021 the Olympia was in Orlando, so maybe the promoters, they liked how it went in Orlando in 2021, so they brought it back. I'm not sure, but I'm just excited to be a part of it.
Yeah, I got to say, I was over at that Mr. Olympia in 2021 in Orlando. That was amazing. The reason why they switched that one was due to COVID and all. So you might be right, man. They might have seen a better opportunity over in Florida and all, and maybe they'll keep it down there. And for arm wrestling to jump in on that opportunity, that is just amazing, man. So I'm great to see that, get a lot more eyes on our sport, and always a great thing. So, what is the plans moving forward with the FAL? I know you guys are keeping pretty much the same schedule for the rest of the year, but now 2024 comes along. Are we going to still do 12 events, or is there any switches with that?
Yeah, so I think one of the biggest things we're changing, we are going to keep probably close to the same amount of events, maybe 10. But the biggest change there is we're going to spread out a little bit more. I want to get down towards, down in your area, Fort Lauderdale, Naples, Miami, maybe get some more up north. If we spread it out throughout Florida, I think it won't be oversaturated, as much like it was this year. Another huge change you're going to see. We're going to try and get away from the bar scene. We want a little bit more of a professional atmosphere. We want to turn this more into a sport than a bar game. So you're going to see one of the things we took away: no more weight allowance. You are going to make weight, or you're not going to pull. It's that simple.
That I got to say, guys, I'm a little upset about that one. That one got me like that was like a hit below the belt. Why are you guys doing that?
Just to keep things professional, right? Like in any other sport, there's rules, and if you don't follow the rules, you don't qualify for the event. So powerlifting, combat sports, weigh-ins are always very strict, and there's a reason for that. So it's just one of those things where people need to be used to strict rules. If we gave everyone a 3-pound allowance, 198 turns into 201, and then you have the guy, oh well, I'm 202, I'm pretty close, can I make it? And when you give up a little bit of leniency, what happens is the professionalism, in my opinion, just kind of drops down.
I think you just have beef, man, because you're a super heavyweight and you never need to cut. And you're just like, screw you guys. You gotta.
No, hey, next year I'll be pulling 242s, and I promise I'm not going to try to pull a class if I'm 243.
All right. So we'll give you that one. Yeah, I was just a little upset with that. I definitely like that 3-pound weight allowance, but just like you said, I guess I'll have to cut a little more this time.
Yeah.
So, do we have a schedule set yet for 2024?
We're like
Not
90% done. Not really ready to announce the full schedule, but we have some pretty exciting things planned for next season.
When can we expect to hear the next schedule?
Before finals, or maybe we could do the full announcement at finals. What do you think, Mikey?
Yeah, I like that for sure. I'm really shooting to have it locked in probably within the next week or two. But to give us a little wiggle room, I like that idea. Let's announce it at finals.
Nice. And I just want to confirm the couple of dates that you got left for the rest of the year. And so we got the Olympia November 4th. Then we have December 9th is the finals. And where's the location of that?
So we haven't set that yet. We're still working on a venue. A lot of this comes down to we're trying to get better venues for the athletes. We're really trying to get away from the bar scene. I've got a really good lead in Old Town. I'm sure you're familiar in Orlando. I can say we are going to keep it in Orlando for sure. I know we have people flying in, already have their tickets booked. So we're not going to stretch too far from, the original spot. But that's also to be announced probably within the next week.
So I know you said you're staying away from the bars, and also where are some venues that would work? Can you give us some examples? Like,
sure. So our last event we did at a hotel in Daytona. Okay. Way classier setup. And let me clarify too. When I say we're going to stay away from bars, we're going to stay away from really heavily smoky type of bars. If it's still a nicer venue, like an outdoor area, something like that. We obviously have no issue with alcohol sales at our events. So we will still use bars in that sense, but it's going to be a lot more upscale than what the people in Florida are used to.
Okay. Now, are we going to be adding any kind of like super match formats in there? Anything like that?
So we definitely are in the talks with some people about having some super matches in Florida next year. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a super match card in Florida next year. But I don't want to jump the gun and announce anything too early. But we're definitely working on some big matches next year for Florida.
Oh, nice. So kind of give us some teaser. What can we expect, man, in 2024, man? Is there anything that we could announce today, or kind of give the FAL guys what's coming ahead? Because I know you say you got a lot of plans and possibly super matches, but I want something juicy right now. What can we tell them that it is going to be going on in 2024?
Mikey, you got?
I was going to let you take this one, Chance.
They're keeping
Like I said,
everything
I don't-
tight-lipped
Paul,
here right now. I'm
you know,
trying to.
I wanna announce it. I'm really excited to announce a lot of different things that we're doing. I just don't want to jump the gun. I don't want to speak before everything's set in stone. You know, I don't want to make promises that I can't keep. So for now, I'll just have to like let you use your imagination on what we might have. But things that we're looking into next year, we want to do some specialty events. So some things like round robin events. We want to do like triple elimination events, possibly team versus team events, just different things that can spice up each event and make it its own special event, while at the same time tying it into the Florida Arm Wrestling League.
Very cool, man. I'm very excited about that. I'm just trying to poke, man, trying to get some inside info for everybody here. So don't mind me, guys. I want to say what's up to everybody in the chat, man. We got Josh Holden, Benji Mack in the crowd. We also got Devon's Forum, Drew 24, Eric Harlan, Brandon Morris. What's up, Brandon? How you going? Myers Arm Wrestling. Got everybody in here, and we got some any questions in here for the FAL guys? Just let me know if you have any questions. Oh, I'd love to see Chance pull Prunick. I'd pay money for sure to see that on a card. Ah, okay. And then he also put Chance versus Pablo. Chance versus Schoolboy would get a huge draw. Yeah, man. What's up with that, bro? I hear a lot of like rumors going around. You and Schoolboy. Yeah, a lot of people are mentioning that. Is that something that we could possibly see maybe in FAL, maybe 2024?
We'll see. We'll see. It's definitely a match that I've wanted for a while. I've talked to Alex, Schoolboy's brother, about it. In the past, he said Schoolboy's not ready for it, but I don't know. He keeps getting better and better. He keeps getting bigger and bigger wins. So I don't know. Hopefully we can see that match soon.
Yeah, I remember like 2 years back, I remember me and you went at that. We were asking Alex, and at that time it was during COVID and it was hard for Schoolboy to get out of the country. So maybe now, hopefully, we can make something like that happen. But I do want to make mention, brother. The other day, the High Five crew out of New Jersey has just announced a big super match going down in January 6th at Knuckles Up 2. They have just announced Chance Shaw versus Lachlan Adair, right hand. I am very excited about that one, and I want to hear your thoughts on that, Chance.
They kind of asked me who I wanted to pull, and I gave them a list of like 3 or 4 guys, and they thought Lachlan was the best fit as far as viewership goes. So I asked for the match, not specifically, but he did make the list of people that I wanted to pull. I've got to see him pull in person at his last few matches. I saw him pull in East versus West against the Romanian. I can't remember his name. Lachlan beat him 3-0. And then I saw him pull against Krasimir. I think that I see some major gaps in his game. I think that he's extremely strong. He's very powerful for sure, and general strength, much stronger than I am. As far as arm wrestling ability, I just think that there's some glaring holes that I'm going to be able to take advantage of and kind of take the crown of King of Australia,
Yeah. Your style, I definitely would say would present a problem for Lachlan. We know Lachlan likes to go inside. We know you're the man with the low hand top roll. And also, do you see this going inside at all? Or are you trying to you're keeping this outside the whole time?
I mean, I always have the option of hook pulling. Most people forget that I can hook. I mean, I hooked with Sanders. Sanders couldn't hook me. I've hooked with Mikey Oliva. Like, I have a hook. It's just less efficient to use that in most cases. So no, I definitely plan on keeping it outside.
Okay. And Mikey, what's your thoughts on that match, brother? What's your prediction that day?
I mean, I might be a little biased, but I think Chance got that all day.
Is it a 3-0? You think it a close one, or?
Yeah, I'm honestly going to go 3-0 on that one. And that's one of the cool things about, Chance being an owner. Obviously, my wife Sarah being involved too. You're going to see some high-level super matches from the FAL now. Along with some local stuff too. We want to let the local guys shine as well. But you're going to see a lot of high level. We're going to be flying people in for sure. Get ready. Next season's going to be wild.
See, I like that answer, bro. See, Chance, he gave me a little something extra, man. We got that locked in. We got some big super matches coming in. All got me excited here. So how do we think we're gonna do this, man? Are we gonna do? You said you're gonna get a lot of the local guys also involved. So what are we thinking? Maybe like have the local guys will fly in some of these big names and let the locals get a crack at some of these top names that maybe they wouldn't be able to necessarily grip up with before this.
Yeah, I mean it's all about matchmaking. Obviously, we've been keeping track of everyone that's been pulling at all the FAL events this year, so we kind of have our list of local killers that we can choose from, and we can fly people in from all over the country, maybe some people from out of the country even, and set up some really cool matches. So you're definitely going to see local guys versus not local guys, maybe local guys versus local guys, and maybe outsiders versus outsiders. It's all just about presenting really exciting matches for everyone to see.
Nice. We got a super chat in for $5 from Eric Harlan. Chance, no more changes to November 4th or gonna come crap on your front porch. Well, 100. Thank you for that, Eric. Oh man, Eric is the man, bro. He takes the drive in from Georgia.
Cool.
He was at our last event and everything. Great supporter, man. A lot of big things coming from Eric. Thank you for that, brother. Also was interested in are we going to do any kind of teams, like like maybe like have another state come in and have like a Florida versus other states? Is that something that could be possibly in the
Yeah,
cards
yeah,
for coming up?
absolutely. Like I said, we're looking at team versus team. That might be Florida teams, that might be a Georgia team, North Carolina, who knows? Who knows the guys that we can get here, but I think having Florida versus other states has always been something that I've been a fan of, and I thought could be super cool.
Hell yeah. And so when are you making the big drop down to the 242 class? When's this all happen?
I'm slowly trimming there. I was 320 at my peak and a little over that actually, and now I'm about 280. So I've been slowly dropping. I don't want to get too light before my match with Lachlan because that's no weight cap. So
Yeah.
I'll probably try to come in between 270 and 280 to face Lachlan, and then after that, kind of trim it a little bit quicker.
That's when you're gonna put all the gummy bears down and all that. No
Yeah,
more of that.
exactly.
Exactly. So how are you going to maintain that 242? Is that going to be a hard cut for you? Is it something pretty easy?
It's been a while since I've cut, but I've never really had issues cutting until I get under 200 pounds, and then that's where it's been an issue. But it's been a long time since I've been 242 now. I mean, probably like 3 years. So I can't tell you exactly how easy or hard it is, but I don't expect too much of a challenge getting to 242. Under that, if I tried to push for like 220 or something, then that would probably be a little tougher. But I got the extra weight to cut.
Gotcha. Mikey, want to hear what is your plans for competing, man? I know you told me that you just did your first amateur and you had plans to start getting out there. What weight class are you going to be competing in?
Yeah, so most likely probably 220. I'm sure you're familiar when you come from a bodybuilding background. It's nothing for us to fluctuate 40 pounds either direction, really. So I'll probably play with it a little, see where I enjoy being the most. 220 is probably where I'm going to be at, though, is what I'm thinking.
Damn, you're gonna be a good one for the 220s, man. What is your height? You're like 6'4"?
6'4", exactly, spot on, 6'4".
Wow, man, that is going to be a problem for that 220 class, dealing with those long levers, man, for sure. Hell yeah. And so November 4th at the Olympia, guys, what's the plans? Like first give us the details. What time is weigh-ins and what time does an amateur class start?
So weigh-ins are going to be from 6 to 8. We're going to have our typical remote weigh-ins. So Jacksonville, they can weigh in. I got to double check if it's going to be Chuck Westbury weighing in. Usually it's him. Sometimes it's Mike Newman. We'll make a post about this soon. You got
So
Chris
hold on. So
Kostakis.
6 to 8 p.m. That's the day before. That's Friday,
Correct, day
Friday
before.
night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And
so
then morning
that's
of,
early weigh-ins.
Yep, morning of, we'll probably start the weigh-ins around 8 or 9. Again, I'll be making a post about this, or one of us will be making a post about this on the FAL page where everyone can find all the details on the Facebook page and the Instagram. But morning of 8 to 9 at the venue, day before 6 to 8. and then everything's going to kick off at 11:30 is when the classes are going to start. As always, it's going to be amateurs first. We also have a first timers class this time. It's only $20. So if you're interested in coming and trying, and it's your first time arm wrestling ever, it's only $20 to sign up. That's probably what we're going to kick the day off with. Then we'll go into amateurs and pros, always left and right.
Very cool, man. Very cool. And now with the Olympia going on and everything, is there anything that changes? Like how do they get in? Do they have to buy an entry fee to the Olympia as well, or how does that all work out?
So all competitors, if you're a competitor, you're going to get a competitor wristband and you'll be able to enter the Olympia and you won't have to buy a spectator band. So highly encourage you, check out the first timers class. Like I said, it's $20 and then you get to compete and you get the entrance as well. If you aren't interested in that, yeah, you're going to have to buy a ticket to be a spectator. I don't know exactly what they run. I want to say they're like $40 for a day pass, $30, something like that.
Okay. And I gotta say,
40.
guys,
40. Okay.
40, yeah, 40 day
man,
of.
this is an amazing experience, man. Go there, go arm wrestle, go check out the Olympia. I mean, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, I was there in 2021, and definitely an amazing venue that goes on there. They go big time with the Olympia for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So guys, I before we call it a day, I just wanted to, there was a couple matches coming up that I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that. And one of them being that everybody's talking about in the arm wrestling community, and that's Devon Lorette versus Dennis Saplankov. So I want to start off with you, Mikey. What's your prediction on that match?
Yeah, I'm a Devon fan, man, pretty diehard. So I think he'll take it. Probably clean sweep again, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay. Wow, clean sweep. What about you, Chance? What's your thoughts, man? I know when they first announced this, Devon was definitely the favorite, but as time goes on, it seems like it's kind of switching, and now people are starting to all go with Dennis. What's your thoughts,
I
man?
think people's memory is just so short term nowadays. People kind of forget what has happened. We're talking about Devon that just 3-0'd Hermes, like completely annihilated, controlled everything. And we're talking about a Dennis that hasn't had a challenging match in a long time. I mean, he pulled John Brzenk, yes. John's a legend, yes, but we're talking about the top of the top, the cream of the crop. So I really think that Devon should win this 3-0. Is there a possibility that Dennis can hold him up? Yes. Yeah. Could we see a war? I think it's possible, but I would be pretty surprised if Devon didn't win 3-0 or maybe 3-1.
Wow. The thing that threw me off a little, and that I was educated recently, is like Pradeep and them were telling me that before I was in the sport around like 2018, Levon and Dennis were supposed to be pulling, and then Dennis was by far the favorite, which I had no idea of that then. Since I've been in the sport, Levon's been the man in the throne, and whenever you say anybody going against Levon is by far the favorite. So
I mean, that's when Levon was first starting his professional career. Keep in mind, not long before that, Levon took losses to Gennady. Levon took losses to Krasimir Kostadinov. It's not the same Levon as today, so to make that comparison is a little difficult. I think at that point, Levon won Zloty Tur, and I can't remember his professional matches, but that was top 8 originally was supposed to be Dennis in there. It was supposed to be Levon in there, and then obviously Dennis had the health issues, but comparing Levon of today to Dennis then it's difficult because they've never gripped up.
Yeah, but the thing that what I was trying to say is that with Dennis, man, if he was the favorite then, he could have been on a whole nother level, bro. He could have been levels above Levon, and we don't know that. And we could be finding that as a reason. They could be a whole nother level in arm wrestling that we still don't know about. Because say, he was 2 levels above Levon back in 2018. Now he's making his comeback. Maybe 90% of Dennis could beat Levon. So that's why it's like, it's that what if, like first off, it's what shape is Dennis coming in, man? Is he going to get anywhere near that peak? And if he does hit that peak, is that peak greater than Levon? So really curious to see how that all plays out. And then the other thing that I was real curious about is if Dennis doesn't get the win that day, do we still want to see a Dennis Levon match potentially in the future?
If Dennis does not win?
Yeah, so Devon wins pretty dominantly. do we still want to see that potential matchup between Dennis and Levon happen sometime in the future?
I think regardless of the outcome, one day in the future to see Dennis and Levon pull would be just kind of really an awesome thing to see, because we would be seeing like number one of the past versus number one of the current, and anytime you're able to get that crossover, it's cool to see. The match to me wouldn't be super interesting if Devon dominated Dennis and then Devon lost to Levon again, and then Levon to pull Dennis. Wouldn't make a ton of sense, but as a fan, it's still something that I would want to see regardless.
Yeah, I agree.
Respectfully, I'm going to disagree with Chance. I think I don't want to sound cliche. Styles make matches, man, and I think Devin has a very unique style, which some people struggle with. I could see Dennis struggling with that. Dennis and Levon, I think, like Chance said, I think let's close that chapter. Old and new. I think it would be a great match to see, regardless of the outcome of this match for Devin.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, Mikey, because Dennis is more of like a slow puller, not as explosive and all. And I kind of put Levon in that same boat. So seeing these two mutants grip up, man, would just be so exciting to me.
Great.
But I want to ask you this, Mikey. So I'm going to throw out three names. I'm going to say Devin Lorette, Hermes Gasparini, Dennis Saplankov. Out of those three, who do you want to see Levon go against next?
Ooh, man, I'd like to see Devin get another shot. To be honest with you, but again, I'm a Devin fan. That could be a little biased there. But I'd like to see him get another shot. Hermes had his shot, and yeah, we saw that ended. And yeah, I mean, Dennis, I think would be a really fun match, like you said. Similar styles, slow pullers, just a ton of horsepower and torque. I think that would be a fun match.
So out of those three, your most favorite one to see would be the Devin rematch, or would it be the Dennis?
I'd like to see Devin get another shot at it. I think I would probably pick Dennis out of those three, which I would have to pick. Yeah, for number one. I'd like to see that match more.
Chance, what's your thoughts on that?
If I was setting the match, I would prefer to see the winner of Dennis and Devin go against Levon, then the loser of Dennis and Devin go against Levon, and then Hermes. Hermes to me is the least interesting. Not that it's not interesting. I would still love to see that match. I mean, Hermes took Levon to the limits. I mean, he didn't get a pin on him, but Levon wasn't able to pull the last two rounds. That's pretty incredible in itself. So it's still interesting, but yeah, I would rather see either Devin or Dennis.
Now, with Levon suffering that wrist injury, do you think with him have to resting and not keep progressing, and with Devin keep progressing up, do you think that gap might have been eliminated, and now Devin might have what it takes to beat Levon?
It's hard to say, right? I mean, they've both been on enough stem cells from VitaCell to heal up whatever's going on. So who knows?
Yeah, that's the other thing, Chance. What's up with you, brother? Have you got stem cell treatment at all, or have you been looking into it?
Unfortunately, I couldn't make the last one that was here in Florida where Levon was. You were there, Devon. But my plan is at the moment, after talking with the guys, is first thing in the morning after the Knuckles Up event, I'm flying from New Jersey to Vegas to be there on Sunday.
Oh, nice, man. So we'll see you at VitaCell Illuminati 2.0. That
Yes,
is
sir.
a great. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I was a little upset. That's the only thing that I'm pretty pissed at is I'm gonna miss that high five event. January 6th.
Yeah.
I'll be at Vegas at VitaCell, and I really want that. But I definitely helped out Knuckles Up. I showed my support, and I'm one of the sponsors over there, so I will be there in spirit. So, guys, is there anything else that you'd like to throw in there? Is there anywhere that people could reach out to you to get in contact with you if they'd like to help out the FAL, possible sponsorships, anything like that, where they can get hold of you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can get a hold of me, Mikey, or anyone else through the Florida Arm Wrestling League Instagram, Florida Arm Wrestling League Facebook. You can reach out to us, I believe, on the website, leave a comment on the YouTube channel. At Florida Arm Wrestling League across the board, you'll be able to find us on whatever platform you want.
Yeah, and guys, check out their website, man. Look at this shirt, man. They're putting out some great merchandise. They got all kinds of. They got special super match shirts. They got the jerseys, which you got to compete in. Lots of great stuff. They got hoodies. sweatpants, all that stuff. I got like 2 or 3 of everything. So my whole wardrobe is FAL these days, guys.
Yeah,
So
thanks for the
definitely.
support, Paul.
Oh,
And I
hell
have
yeah.
a question for you, Paul.
Yeah, what's up,
If we were
Chance?
going to set up one Florida super match, who would you want to see in the super match?
Oh, wow. Adam Silver.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I got my 2 super matches coming up. December 9th, I got Ryan Grandin. March 23rd at Winter Blast, I got Nanya. So anytime after that March, I would be open to getting a super match. The reason why I say Adam Silver is he goes around and he calls himself the bodybuilder bully. And me coming from a bodybuilding background, I kind of took offense to it. I love Adam. You know, Adam's a great guy and all, but I see him just beating up on these big monsters, and I'm like, hey, why don't you get a bodybuilder that knows how to arm wrestle? So, Adam, if you're up for that challenge, bro, I would love to pull you, and maybe we can
Well,
make it all happen at the FAL. That would be great.
just so you know, Adam's going to be at the Olympia in 2 weeks. I know you don't want to have a super match with him then, but maybe you can do a little side table action with him, because
Unfortunately, Chance, I'll be me, Travis, and Artem are throwing an event in Virginia, November 4th. I was originally going November 11th, but you guys had the venue change, and you got the opportunity to go to the Olympia, which I can't blame you. So I can't make November 4th, but otherwise I would be there 100%. And I just want to say the other one is December 9th, the finals. I'll be at my super match in Arizona, but once you guys get me that schedule for 2024, I will mark all the dates and I will be at all of them supporting you guys, because Florida is
Awesome.
my
Thank you.
home.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, guys. Well, thank you guys for coming on tonight. I really appreciate you guys. Always have an open invitation. Anything you got coming up, come on and just let everybody know. And really appreciate you guys taking over the FAL, and can't wait to see what comes of it.
Awesome. Thanks for having us, Paul. Thanks for all the support, man.
thank
Hell
you,
yeah.
Paul.
Let's see the gun show before we call it a day. Ah, yeah. Get
I
it,
need
guys.
better
Mikey
lighting.
almost at those 20s, baby. Get it.